Hello there. Every year at this time, my exchange club hosts a golf tournament. And part of the funding effort at the golf tournament is having people sponsor some of the holes. And to thank those people for sponsoring the holes, we send out a nice thank you letter and a picture of their hole sponsor sign. 4 years ago, I posted a video showing how I used GIMP and Faststone image editor to create those images. Last year, I did an update to that showing how I had used some AI generated scripts to help me generate those images, those pictures that we send out faster. This year, I've gone one step farther and had AI help me write a Visual Basic script that will do the image rectification much faster and allow me to get through the delivery of these pictures much faster. So I'm going to just show you that today. If anybody's interested, I can post the source code for this Visual Basic program so that you could use it in some of your projects. But anyway, let me take you into showing how this works. So before I get started, I wanted to show you this little icon I developed for this application. It's a pretty grade school level icon, but it gets the point across. The outside polygon represents the shape of the sign that we've snapped a picture of, and the inside rectangle represents the rectified version of that, and the green in the background represents the golf course that this picture was taken on. So it's bright enough and it's got enough colors and stuff in it that I'll recognize it when I see it. So I just wanted to show you that. The icon is actually down here on my taskbar, right down here at the bottom. And so I'm going to click on that and it's going to bring up this application. I'll make the application a little bit bigger. It's very simple UI. So there's not really a lot to it. I open an input directory where my images that I want to rectify are stored. And let me drill down to that. And once I select the input folder, you can see the image and you can see how it is wonky and not square at all. I need to pick an output directory where my outputs will be saved. And I'm going to put those in a directory I call new crops. And now you can see down here in the bottom left, it says I need to put down 4 points. All I have to do is drop a point in the corner. If I should drop a point somewhere wrong, I do have an undo, or I can undo the previous point, and I can even undo the one before that and step all the way back till there's none. But I'll put points right in the 4 corners. And once I've got 4 corners marked and I have an output directory selected, this rectify button will select up. And there you can see it has rectified that image with just those 4 clicks. And I can save that. If for some reason I don't like the way it looks, I can undo it and go back and do it again. But I will save this and I will call this one the Ice House. And it instantly goes to the second image in my directory. Now I just happen to have 2 images of the ice house. I don't really need to do anything with this one. The other one was just fine. So I'm just going to skip this one. And now we're going to take this one. We're going to do the same thing to it. Just hit the 4 corners. Hit rectify. It looks good. I will save it. Scooters. Okay, and we move on to the next one. I'm going to run through a bunch of these pretty quickly, so you can just see how it works. Actually, I'm going to do something here a little off. I'm going to put my thing off and rectify it. And you can see that this rectified image has a little black in the bottom. I don't like that. I can just hit redo. It'll come back to this one, and I can drop my 4 points where I need them. Hit rectify. That's a nice looking image. I will save that. Okay, now I'm going to step through the rest of these pretty fast until I get to something more unique. I'm redoing this one because you can see down here at the bottom, um, the sign goes a little bit out of frame, and that line was crooked on the bottom, so I'm going to adjust my corners a little bit, and that looks a lot better. Okay, now we've come to a place where we have a sign that was taken with an iPhone and it turned out being rotated. So I added a rotate function so that I can rotate the sign and still crop it and get it correct. And that looks just fine. And here's another one that needs to be rotated. And that was the last one. So that literally took me only about 5 minutes to rectify all of those images. Now, the next thing I need to do is take those images and make my actual thank you signs out of that. And for that, I use the same thing that I did in the last video last year, but I'll show it to you just so you can see it. There is a script that I have written in GIMP that will be used for this. And GIMP is currently loading on my other screen, but it'll come up here in a second. So here is the image. I've already updated the name to give us this year. So the script I run is called Batch Golf Images. And I pick an input directory. So my input directory is going to be, I have to drill down through it. It was called New Crops. And my output directory is called New Signs. No, I'm sorry, it is not. It is called New Prints. And I just hit OK. And this thing starts building images of from those outputs. I'll bring over a copy of the directory and you can see the images being created. It takes a couple of seconds for each one, but I don't have to do any work. The script does all the work for me. So literally, and the signs that you saw in this directory were all the new signs we had at our golf tournament this year. The other signs we have already cropped. I still have to run the script on them, but I have to pick out the ones I want, put them in a directory, and then run the script on them, and it creates the output, and then we can mail them. So in an hour or so of work, I can get all of my thank you cards built. Now for this filming, I did skip over a couple of the images um, just to speed up making of this video. And we are done. So just so you can get a good look at these, I'm going to open them up and so you can see how the actual print that we would print out would look like. And you can see all of those signs are rectified and placed really cleanly on this background image. They look really good. The sponsors love them. And so that's it. I use, matter of fact, let me bring this back up again. So this is the Faststone image viewer, and it has the ability to like just select all my images. Oops, like that, shift select that, and then just do a file print, and it has all of these selected. I picked the printer that I want to print to, which is one of my image printers. I hit print and it sends all of those images out to the printer as a batch job, and I don't have to worry about it, and they come out perfect. So that's it. I just wanted to show you guys that, and like always, I mostly make these videos so that next year when I need to do this again, I run back and refresh myself on how I did it so that I remember. So anyway, thanks a lot for watching. You guys have a good day.